Hello class, I wanted to take some time to address the question of weekly evaluations, why they're a part of our process for the group projects, and really how to make sure to make the most of them so that you can effectively work together as a group. What I've found in the many quarters that I've done group projects is that most problems that groups encounter are based on a couple of manageable issues. The first and most important one is that people don't clarify their expectations very effectively, and as a result of that, each person in the group has a different expectation of what others in the group will do, and when those expectations are met, it creates conflict. And conflict is a natural part of groups. You should expect that there's going to be some conflict along the way. The level and impact of that conflict is something that you are able to manage if you're effective in clarifying your expectations. So as a group, it'll be very important that you do that. Another area that's significant is the level of accountability that is within the groups. Most students, when they hear that there's going to be a group project, usually have an inward or even an outward groan. You know, there's the expectation that it'll be, oh, I'll be the one doing the work, but you know, so-and-so will just kind of not really do much, and then they'll get the same grade I will, it's not fair, that kind of thing. And while that has the potential to happen in any group project, I've intentionally put into this group project some safeguards that if the students use them, their groups can and will be successful. One of those things is the group evaluation, which we're going to discuss in this video. So I'm going to show you a few things on the group evaluation and allow you to kind of get my expectations for the evaluations from you so that you can have a very positive group working experience. So I've put the weekly evaluation form here on the screen so that you can see what's going to be expected there. What I want to first draw your attention to is a couple of key things that will help me as I process these each week, because I do look at these and I take them quite seriously. When I hear students discussing concerns that they have with the group, I want to be a partner with you in helping to make sure that your group experience is a positive one. So a couple things that will help me out. The first thing you'll do is you'll rate yourself. Provide me your first and last name. So if it was me, let's say we're going to be, I'd put in, oh, I did it wrong there. The easiest way to do it is put yourself inside there and then just erase the lines. And of course I've done a great job this week, so I'm going to give myself a 5. I guess that remains to be seen, right? And then what you'll do is you'll go down and you'll put in the rest of your group members' names. Now, it's really important that you put these in alphabetical order by your group member's last name. So if I have Bob Jones and Sally Clemens in my group, I would put in Sally's name first, and then I would put in Bob Jones second. Oops, went a little too far there. Okay. Give it a little space too, so that I can read these easily. This will help me process things more quickly and let me grade them. Now, if I give Sally a 5, that's fine, but I need to also make sure that I put down here why I gave her a 5. If she deserves it, give her a 5, but if she doesn't, don't. You're not doing her any favors, and you're not doing your group any favors by rating someone higher than they actually deserve. Now let's say I give Bob here a 2, and if I give Bob a 2, I need to also write down why he was scored as a 2. Really anything that's a 0, a 1, or a 2, or a 5, I'd like you to put an explanation for. Now the temptation might be, well, you know, if I only have to give explanations for 0s to 2 and 5s, then maybe I'll just give 3s and 4s. Well, again, if you want your group experience to be a positive one, you'll rate your group members appropriately. If Bob said he'd be at the meeting but didn't show up, or didn't show up prepared, or when he was there didn't contribute, I'd give him a 0. I wouldn't give him anything more than a 0. To me, a group member only gets a 5 when they've gone above and beyond. A group member should get a 3 or a 4 when they've met the expectations. And if they haven't done their work, if they haven't done their homework ahead of time, if they haven't done an effective job of communicating, participating, if they didn't show up for the group meeting, any of those kind of things, I would usually rate them a 0 or a 1, maybe a 2 if some other extenuating circumstances. So keep that in mind. The way you rate these group members will impact their grade. So if someone is not pulling their weight, make sure I know it so that I can partner with you in helping your group experience be good. And likewise, if someone is doing exceptional, like if Sally really has done an excellent job, I want to hear that too. I don't want to hear just the negative things. I want to be able to hear the positive things that are occurring in your group. And so that would be really helpful to me. Now, one other thing that I want you to make sure you do is that you put an asterisk next to the name of the section manager for the week. So Sally was my section manager, so I would put an asterisk just like that. And that way it draws my attention to who was the effective, who worked, I should say, as the section manager for that week. Okay, that's what the form looks like. This will be turned in through the submission link in Canvas. Make sure you also fill in this information here, and also remove this information here prior to saving it and submitting it. Okay, that's it for the form.